Hey there, welcome to the Stupendous Marriage Podcast. It's Stu and Lisa Gray. Our email for today comes from Chris. She said this: my husband and I have been married for 8 years, and for the last year, he's had little to no drive. We've made love 3 times since the first year, and now he has no interest at all. I tried talking with him, and he won't talk to me or anyone. He just says he has no drive. I need to know what to do. Do I give him more time? I mean, it's been a year. I keep trying to talk, but he gets mad. He will not ask his doctor or a counselor. Please help.
Thanks for the email, Chris. Wow. I mean, that's got to be really frustrating that he is not responding at all to the conversations. I mean, that's the big thing. It's one thing if there's a problem with the sexual drive or, you know what I mean, but then shutting down the communication adds, I think, a different layer to that.
Sure, absolutely it does. There's a book that we've recommended on the show before. It's from Michelle Weiner Davis. It's called Sex-Starved Marriage. I think there are 2 sides of this, perhaps more. I think the 2 big ones are, one, it could be a medical issue and he has just a low drive person and how to deal with that. I think Michelle talks to that very well in her book. A lot of times guys don't want to deal with the fact that they may be the low drive person in the marriage. It can be, in our culture, you know, guys are supposed to have the libido and and flaunt it and all this sort of stuff. And if the drive has gone away, it can be a very touchy subject for the very fragile male ego sometimes. And then the other, so it could be just his natural makeup and build. It could be something he needs to talk to a doctor about. I would suggest you read that book so you can talk to him a little bit better, maybe have it sitting out, not necessarily forcing him to read it, but it might be something to start conversations. I mean, not to manipulate or anything. I'm not talking about manipulation. I'm just saying preparing yourself so you might be able to have a conversation without pushing it on him.
Well, and that might give you a different perspective.
Absolutely.
You know, it's really easy, at least it is for me, man. I just get in my tunnel vision. I just get, you know, my perspective and the way I'm thinking. And I mean, you've even laughed at me before because I'm like, you mean everybody else doesn't think like this? You know, when we'll be talking about something and you're like, no, honey, nobody else thinks about it that way, you know?
Right.
And so understanding his perspective and where he might be coming from and how that might be difficult for him, I think would be really helpful. But also maybe having a season of godly silence. Being silent for a season, and you can decide how long that's going to be, and just pray for him and not bring it up, and just really try to work on the other areas of your marriage. You know, work on the communication about other things, work on spending time together, work on, you know, the emotional bonding with each other, and specifically not talk about that for a while, and just pray for him, because I think sometimes we as wives are natural nurturers. That's why God's designed us. But the problem is sometimes we need to be silent for our husband for a while and let him just kind of sit in their stuff, even if that's hard for them, just to work through it themselves.
Let me talk about the second difficult side. That could be a low drive issue, and that could be something else or someone else taking his mind from you. And that can be really difficult, real problematic. I don't know if there are any signs of that, of pornography use. But, you know, if a husband is getting his needs met by false images or other things outside of marriage, that can lead to a low drive in the marriage. And that's something you've got to figure out, find out. I'm not saying go hunting. That wasn't mentioned in this particular email, but you probably know if that's going on. So I don't think that needs much conversation here in this place, but it is something to be aware of and to think about, to see if there have been signs of hiding, from emails to phones to web browsers to, I don't know, television shows, things like that, that you'd notice as a wife.
There's always that chance that it could be something like that, you know, a pornography addiction or, God forbid, another woman or something like that. But there's also the issues of job and stress.
Life change, exactly.
And life change. I don't know what season you guys are in, if you have children, if something's changed at his job, if something's changed for you to where maybe you're feeling more confident about yourself or your job, and that's making him kind of feel more insecure. I mean, there's so many things, Chris, that it could be, that we just want to encourage you just to, you know, pray about it. We'll be praying with you to just really have wisdom on how to move forward.
Absolutely.
Whether you move forward in a conversation with him or somebody else, I really think it's good that you emailed, and I think it would be great for you to maybe reach out to some other godly women you know that can encourage you through this season, because we need that.
Yeah, and get some other thoughts possibly. People who might know you better than we do.
Yeah.
Because this is just an email. And if you're doing life with some other ladies who can really see into your relationship, that would probably be good perspective to get.
Yeah, they might have some great insight.
Thanks for the email, Chris. We always appreciate hearing from you. The best way to do that right now, stupendousmarriage.com/voicemail. We would love for you to participate in the show. We would love to hear from you. Even if you don't have a question, we'd love to know that you're listening and where you're listening from. So, again, stupendousmarriage.com/voicemail. We'll talk to you soon.